This week on Breakouts, Yahoo Finance's Melody Hom sat down with Reddit COO Jen Wong, and the executive discussed a wide range of issues from curbing negative content on the platform to the importance of consumer marketing. And Melody Hom now joins us live in Los Angeles with the details from your conversation. Melody, what else?
Yeah, it's really interesting. Some stats from ComScore show that 17% of Reddit users don't actually use Facebook. 43% of Reddit users don't use Snapchat. So this whole concept of unduplicated reach, because everyone is fighting for the same eyeballs, was a really interesting part of our conversation. Here's what Jen had to say.
I mean, unduplicated reach is valuable, period, in marketing. So that alone is like, hey, there's people that you're not reaching on platforms. There's even more unduplicated reach from like a mental psychology perspective, right? So, you know, I may be on Facebook. I'm actually not, but if let's say in theory I was, Facebook? I'm not on Facebook.
What about Instagram?
I am on Instagram.
What about Snapchat?
I'm not on Snapchat.
You are on Twitter though, I saw.
Barely.
She is. You tweeted a couple days ago.
Yes. You should look at the prior one. Might have been a while ago.
Okay.
But you know, like there's but you know, just take my persona on Instagram. I post the stories. You know, it's my family. On Reddit, like Reddit knows things about me that are really me that Instagram would never know. It knows about my passions. It knows I'm spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to make pizza right now and failing miserably at it. So all of these things, and so not only, you know, do we have unduplicated reach, we have different mindsets and data on people. Because again, when you're anonymous, you can be your real self. And I'm going to know things about you that others won't.
And, you know, after Jen joined the company about a year and a half ago, transitioning from a strictly editorial role from Time Inc. as COO there and joining Reddit, she's faced her fair share of challenges trying to make sure that advertisers are on board, given the fact that, you know, users are anonymous. But to her point, maybe when we are anonymous, they know more about us because you don't need to pick and choose what you disclose. You kind of act under that guise of being a bot.
Yeah, it's also kind of concerning, though. I mean, we talk about platforms and their struggle to kind of moderate content on there. I imagine that would be another concern when you talk about people being anonymous, is that they might be more emboldened to share things and get maybe potentially problematic points of views out there as well.
Yeah, Zach, I think that is the existential crisis of social media today. Not just social media, but Silicon Valley in general. How do you really promote, cultivate free speech, engagement, dialogue, debate, while also making sure that bad actors are not on the platform? Jen and I did touch upon that extensively, and she kind of used a very, very techie talking point, saying that it's up to the users, the community, to help sure that the policing is in place and that sort of accountability needs to be there. I think there is a valid point because, as you know, Reddit is formed of a bunch of subreddit groups, which are niche communities where you engage in specific conversations, whether it's about pizza or skincare or politics. And there is a little bit more segmentation, I suppose. And so there are people who are gung-ho about those topics. If you're not on board, if you can't have that civil discourse, you kind of are likely to be kicked out.
Yeah, and the moderation rules can be strict sometimes. Sometimes you get kicked out even if you're doing good things. That's always something to be careful of.
You sound like you have experience in that.
I'm not going to get into it. Not going to get into it. Thank you so much, Melody. But you can stay tuned to Yahoo Finance because Melody is going to be trading that SoCal backdrop for a NorCal backdrop. She's headed to TechCrunch Disrupt for live coverage starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.